Chairman Wontumi asemi say adeas what me meeting the bail conditions na penifo amani bail na asem no baby e free a ababeduru ha no it say way back 2022 revelations ahodo e sha se bae about Aonta Mining mate say nipa bi na wono mo kana political winch hunt na den ye which anti Wontumi na those things na ye nyina wo Ghana ha na galamsey ho nsem ye ka ho asem a Yesu about galamsey say how man na that time under na do danko Akufuado Erasu Sasare donko ekopiemu Tanonumri forest reserve ho ene eye Samra Boy area ho no or the pictures ebreye some of them na yes screenshot where they are tonching so who sa abre no yam show some of these pictures na a video but ye ain't mean show video ninti ye show anka be machines old one said ye no mu see ye drone no capture and na ye de ahoden e di deforest nim e di ahoden e same that time Erasu Sasare donko e be kan asem hwehwemu o mo aye wo ho no say Aonta Mining ye adwuma wo ho sa time no omu ni tumi krata bia se omude ye adwuma wo ye bedi na temo a se onkoye prospecting no omu ye adwuma wo ho ne ade e ba ekra ne ehu di Aonta Mining ye ne dia we see pese ye dia asem tu obi so ye pese ye se ni ade ade a 30th September 2022 and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources Edikrata ba mountain na ochese Jeff Fatusumame or say the attention of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has been drawn to the publications about certain operations by Aonta Mining Limited in the Tanonumri Forest Reserve in the Memphis West municipality in the Western region. Records available to the ministry shows that while Aonta Mining Limited, I was here live on Facebook in Shra 104.5, Samsung YouTube in Shra TV. Ubetumi join here. And this is that time they released a free Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources or by Samuel Abu Jinapo as a minister. The ministry Krata womodeba bonte that time no. Also records available to the ministry shows that while Aonta Mining Limited has a mining lease to undertake mining operations in some parts of Samraboy outside the forest reserve, the company has no mineral right to undertake any mining operations in the Tanonumri Forest Reserve. At that time, na Erastus had the videos na ba ye kan wasem. And people say oh, enye galamsey na Aonta for ye na ye say omo right, omo krata. People started making noise. This is the letter that release a Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources they buy under Akufuado. Also, our record shows that Aonta Mining Limited on 25th August 2022 applied for a mining lease to undertake mining operations in the said forest reserve by a ministerial directive. All recognizance, prospecting and or exploratory activities in forest reserve in the country are suspended, except in exceptional circumstances. Although this directive does not affect mining in forest reserve, Aonta Mining Limited application has not been determined. Accordingly, any alleged activity undertaken by the company in the forest reserve is illegal. This is the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources at that time. That's their release. And almost just said that time no one more kasa no adwuma ekoso wa Erastus the videos ni bi beche no Aonta Mining has no permission. The application has not been determined for them to operate. Now fast forward a year within same period, October the following month, and Minerals Commission and so the krata e de buy na omudia woman de buy no or say alleged operations of Aonta Mining Limited in the Tanonumri Forest Reserve. Following the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources press release on 30th September 2022, on the alleged operations of Aonta Mining Limited in the Tanonumri Forest Reserve, the attention of the Minerals Commission has been drawn to a mining lease in circulation That time no, okay, ebinom de mining lease bi to some social media. Mo amosi Akonta Mining any permission so omo ye you know, omo lease nie, omo no manie, na Minerals Commission responding. Or say purporting to be a lease granted to the company to undertake mining operations in the said Aonta Forest Reserve. It will be record that the ministry's press statement of 30th September 2022 stated that while Aonta Mining Limited has mining lease to undertake mining operations in some parts of Samraboy outside the forest reserve, the company has no mineral right to undertake any mining operations in the Aonta Forest Reserve. For the avoidance of doubt, Aonta Mining Limited has 2 mining leases in the Samraboy area, granted following a recognizance license granted on 15 June 2011 and a prospecting license granted on 31st December 2012. These are mining lease over, that is number 1. These are mining lease over an area in Samraboy dated 23rd July 2021. The lease in circulation. And what the mining lease over an area in Abokwasi dated 23rd July 2021. None of the above leases fall within the Aonta Forest Reserve. So it was true, Sena Aonta Mining with 2 leases be. But Minerals Commission says some leases ni na man kwan say or mining what Aonta Forest. And that was the bone of contention. That was the revelation a Eras to scribe by or any forest reserve for that matter. Or any forest reserve. So it confirms that as of the time the activity was going on, not just say only sir right to carry on that activity over there. Now fast forward. Charges here. Yediabo Wontumi as of now. Na Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine accused you of first accused A1, which is Bernard Entwibo Siako, Chairman Wontumi. Now me kind the amount. Credit Star FM Online. Or say per the brief facts of the case as filed on October 6, signed by the Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine. The first accused person, A1, Bernard Entwibo Siako, alias Wontumi, a 49-year-old entrepreneur, is a native of Kontonasi in the Ashanti region. On the paper, he is one of the 2 shareholders and one of the 2 directors of Aonta Mining Company Limited. The third accused person, A3, meaning say, the investigations that they conducted, they have confirmed say he's a shareholder of Aonta Mining. Sometime na here can yes we company no kra nya ne dia no. This currently, as of this week here, charges are any facts are ya file with case in money. Or say according to the charge sheet, Aonta Mining Company was incorporated on November 5th, 2010 with mining and exploration as its object and principal business activity. While Tarkwa is listed as its principal place of business, it operates mainly in Samraboy area. According to the charge sheet, say can say Tarkwa is listed as the principal place as a mining ekoso. Now, or say the charge sheet stated that the second accused person, A2 Kwame Entry, is at large. Baako oka honipa miensa obo mu di A1 Chairman Wontumi, A3 A2 Kwame Entry no. Odo say one of the directors. Wontumi si besi nei. Ebra omo krata awie no wo hu ni biem. Ti nim ba bia wo no wo. Na isei omo ehwe no. Na other shareholder or say Kwame Entry is at large and is listed as other shareholder and director of Aonta Mining, A3. Chairman Wontumi stated in both his police charge statement and investigative caution statement that he never saw or heard of Kwame Entry since 2010 after he completed company registration. Investigations have established that Chairman Wontumi, A1, alone has since exercised absolute control over Aonta Mining Company Limited. Now, also further investigations is ongoing to establish the existence and, if so, the identity of this Kwame Entry. Now, operations because just this April. Now, omo ye galamsey activity. Ewo, eye Samra Boy area wa. Neno ena operations task force ekochichi nkrofo bi G excavators any ade. Now we say, as part of Republic's fight against the Galamsey illegal mining menace, the Ghana Police Service embarked on a special operations on April 16, 2025 in Samraboy area. At the end of the operation on April 17, 2025, the police arrested Michael Ayisi Jedu, a 50-year-old native of Samraboy, and 28 others within Aonta Mining Company's concession in Samraboy. During the arrest, the police retrieved 8 pump gun action guns, 1 single barrel, 5 pieces of metal suspected to be gold concealed in a sachet, 4 machete, or say excavators in this money in a 150,000. Or say the charge sheet added that at the end of the trial, the Republic will pay okay, Mame Enko the Galamsey activity. Or say per the charge sheet upon his arrest, Michael Ayisi Jedu named another Henry Okum, 44-year-old native of Probo, Odumase, as his employer, who assigned him to supervise mining activities on the concession. Further, Michael Ayisi Jedu stated that he and his fellow employees, as part of mining activities on the concession, undertook land reclamation on parts of the concession that had been devastated while mining on mined portions of the land. Now, Henry Okum was subsequently arrested and cautioned. During interrogation, Henry Okum told police investigators under caution that sometime in September 2024, he approached and sought permission from Chairman Wontumi A1 to undertake mining operations within the concession, which he believed belonged to Chairman Wontumi at Samraboy. Investigations have established that Chairman Wontumi did agree to this proposal and gave Henry Okum permission to carry out mining operation within the concession. Eti Oshe from baby activities na cause operations course on April 12 year this year no omukochi nkrofo bi no abrantia your friend Michael Ayisi Jedu oka ho a wo mu ye adwuma ye che no no kire se owura bi na de adwuma ne hye omo nsa so omo nye na your friend Henry Okum ebra attorney general kire se omo che Henry Okum a omo tutu na no omo bisa no wo se Chairman Wontumi na de ne concession no ema no ewo Samraboy area ho se onidim onye adwuma wo na ono kire se oni Chairman Wontumi kan mante ase ye adwuma Chairman Wontumi or say investigations were revealed that Chairman Wontumi agreed to that particular request. Na and say further investigation have however established that A1, that's Chairman Wontumi, allowed Henry Okum to carry out mining activities within A3's concession without seeking or obtaining the legally mandated approval of the minister. 81. One of the issues here is that one, so her charges na ya bona. You see environment no kura forest ni ebubu nuegu. Ewa bra permission bia eni ho sa. Oni tumi ana odi wram. 2. Ode ho am obi didi mu wa bra. Eno so anyi tumi emfri minister Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Wono ade ne pe ede ama obi a odidim se de mra no etie senka so ode ma or the co-minister, man minister jitum, and son wetimi ama obi edi ho dwuma no. Na ono ade ne pe ede ama. That is what the investigation is actually revealing. Na ade we ya me kan ye nyina just to make the basis of baby aye free, any baby aye bedru, because Aonta Mining issue started enye ne. Those who are trying a political witch hunt ni ade nyina no. One thing I will say is say ya antu ye bu anya abotre. Na Ghana oh ye the politics baby BMU a ebe hayen ye no MPP NDC a ebe hayen per Minerals Commission press release on 2022 Lands Ministry released in 2022. Now they compare arrest almost year recently. Any investigations see the air reveal. Why won't you be patient and allow the process to continue? Say process no etwaswa. Neria. Maybe there is something that has not been said through the investigation. Maybe those things will be mentioned at the court through cross-examination. But my problem, the reason why I went back to talk about all these things is that the president of the republic then, Ekufuado, Ebeka said Aonta Mining is doing nothing wrong. Aonta Mining is not engaged in any illegal mining anywhere in Ghana as we speak. That time, na Lands Ministry. And so I say, these things were going on forward the crime. OSPC investigation. But Samuel Abujinapo Asaman Walker and then another Danko Kufuado de Nebobra Lands Ministry. So the authorities who were in charge some bet me Ashe Sansa Senesone de Ekoswina mining nesono. Eka we know the president was also speaking a different language. It means disconnection na ne wohono. Let the truth come out. Let the process continue. Let's devoid this process of politics. Na yeman because galam say edi enyache. And I quite remember you could Erastus money at the crowd forest. That time. Yemano enko nenim. Then let's look at where it all ends. Forestry Commission. I say Womo Aonta Mining way they haven't permitted them to even all these things are there. Let's allow it to continue. Now at the end of the day, no, baby a society body hono befa. When we bring in the political tone, no, ebema said the justice no, enoma atene, ama noma ayebasa. Let's devoid it of politics. Now your money continue. We should just allow the process to continue.